790 KABC.
This show furnished by Karl Gerber and Employment Lawyers Group.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer, and I have Cindy D standing here. What is it you want to tell me? The most famous English-speaking landline phone sex operator in the world.
Mr. Gerber, Remus Helms might have a lead on that man's genital.
A lead on what?
We have a lead on the Sergeant Friday, the soldier's thing.
We? I don't have any such thing.
Come on, Mr. Gerber. It's the holiday season. Don't you want to see a genital reunited with its rightful owner?
Is that what Remus Helms told you to say?
Yes.
My sole purpose in life is not the furtherance of all things related to genitals. I'm an employment lawyer. Sure, I deal in gender discrimination, gender inequality, pay inequality,
Is that why the subject matter of this storyline involves a man's thing and not a woman's?
Quite frankly, I just have to say, I think it's harder to misplace a woman's.
Oh, no. I've heard of it happening.
In terms of maybe a misplaced identity, somebody unsure about a binary gender assignment by birth?
Binary? 0101 0011
I happen to know that is binary code for the word sex.
Why so many numbers for only 3 letters?
Well, that's how it works. I mean, hey, where did reverb come from? The door to the studio was locked.
What's going on with my lawsuit?
Reverb? You never answered the interrogatories. The other side's going to move to dismiss the case if we don't answer them.
I did.
You did what?
I did it.
You did what, Reverb?
I answered all 114 interrogatories.
Well, you better get me the answers immediately. I'll get them out on Monday.
I mislaid them.
Well, then, Reverb, you must know where they are.
I can't remember. I've been in studio 18 hours a night, making literally millions of men reach us.
Mislaid property is when you intentionally leave something somewhere and forget about it. Misplaced is...
Like the soldier's genital.
Not exactly. He was the victim of an evil bait and switch.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm afraid so. The reports indicate Dr. Goldman was tased during the surgery. The real McCoy was removed and the 1.5 centimeter stand-in was sewn in.
That's ridiculous. Why would anybody go to all that trouble?
The serpent-like strands of the ever-growing Gerber that is actually nylon have no bounds.
Gosh.
I mean, so much trouble.
Why did Myron Alfombra, pronounced Madding, but spelled M&M, do this?
Well, apparently to get to me.
What possible connection does the soldier's real genital have to you?
None. Absolutely none. I mean, we haven't even shared any urinals. I mean, not at the same time, but maybe at different times.
There must be a legal remedy for this.
For this? I mean, I can't imagine this ever came up before.
I thought they made these general laws, like if you don't pay your landline bill, they can turn off your landline. And then when cell phones came out, the same laws got used. And then a lot of guys paid up because they were using their cell phones to do sex scams.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. I mean, me devoting my entire life, I mean, these shows to finding some guy's genital.
Well, with Remus Helms sponsoring this show, isn't that the kind of content he wants to be sponsoring?
Yes!
That's a lot better than telling people how to answer 114 interrogatories and then how to find them because they disappeared. Disappeared.
Where did Reverb go?
That's what she does. Who knows when we'll see her again?
No, wait, hold on. I'm supposed to start a whistleblower wrongful termination trial this week. Somebody's calling me from the court. They said they'd call over the weekend if the courtroom became available before some case started involving some vaping and a lung disintegrating.
You are representing the soldier. He's the federal whistleblower. Now you'll have to find his genital, wherever it is.
Quiet, Cindy D. It's the court. The case has nothing to do with that man or a lost genital.
Misplaced?
I'm going to see if I can listen to the call without being on the call. I'm getting really good.
That's ridiculous.
I know. I heard the whole thing. They said your trial is continued to July of next year.
How do you know?
There's a thing or two I know about landlines.
Yes, there must be. I mean, how many English-speaking phone sex calls have you done anyway, Cindy? I saw some ad for underground operators. It said you served over 1 billion.
Where did you see that ad, Mr. Gerber?
The bus stop right down the street on the northeast corner of Dixie Canyon and Ventura Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, it's the closest bus bench to your office. They know people get in the mood for a landline phone sex call the closer they get to your office.
You know, I've owned the building for over 20 years. I've always thought of it as the mecca of employment law. Now this!
There's a whole lot more phone sex calls than employment law cases. Look on the bright side.
I had 16 witnesses lined up for this trial, a vocational expert, an interpreter. Yeah, I got to cancel them. This trial's going to continue.
Perfect. Now you'll have time for the assignment.
What assignment? At that moment, Cindy G dropped a self-destructing memory stick on the microphone console. I inserted the goods and read up.
What about the part where the memory stick went down sounding like this?
What? What kind of a noise? Oh my God, the station told me to tone it down. I mean, I'm not sure why. The number of people listening to the show is skyrocketing faster than, I don't know. I mean, something disgusting at the Cosplay Ostrich Ranch.
If those sex noises aren't going to be heard, then how's this show going to be realistic? That's how the Helms Foundation 14-inch memory sticks sound when it self-destructs.
Oh, I know. The things you have to do for a show sponsor.
What did it say?
Well, there was a series of 3D images and diagrams, horribly sexual sounds, words, connotations, quite vulgar.
What does it all mean?
Well, from what I could decipher, it all ended in a hen house underneath the Redondo Beach Pier.
How's that possible? Maybe there was a mistranslation.
Binary.
There were certain sounds and noises I may have misinterpreted. An expert in a certain field would help.
I might know somebody.
I suspect the reverb could tell us what it means. Well, reverb, what does all this mean? Could you tell us? Reverb! No!
This is starting to fit together a whole lot better than the buyers of those recalled sex robots of me.
Well, here's the problem. Molly Machete came on here and talked about infiltrating a hippie commune, and nobody fell in love with that episode.
Mr. Gerber, I've got to do it. I don't know if I can do it.
Is Dr. Goldman that bad?
No, but my mom is.
Okay, I think Mindy Goldman has just entered the studio with her son Joshy, and we need to take a break. Please call me if you have a real employment case, not about missing body parts. 877-525-0700, sex discrimination. 877-525-0700 for a wrongful termination lawyer. 877-525-0700 if you want to complain about the content of the show everyone loves. This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
Texas has a whorehouse in it. Lord have mercy on us all. I'll expose the facts, although it fills me with disgust. Please excuse the filthy dark details and carnal lust.
This year, don't just say happy holidays. Get a gift that says, I love every moment that led us here. With the incredible selection of Levion jewelry at Jared and more exclusive designs than any other store in the world, it's a perfect place to find a gift that says it all. Shop the Levion Fall in Love event from December 3rd to 12th for exclusive offers, including $100 off any Levion purchase, only at Jared.
Get a promo code or find a store near you at Jared.com. Exclusions apply. See store or Jared.com/Levion for complete details.
If you want a smarter home for the holidays, the Home Depot and Google Nest can help. Right now, save $100 on the Google Nest Learning Thermostat and Google Nest Hub when you buy them together. Adjust the thermostat from across the room at a holiday party. Get recipes from Google Hub. And right now, do it for less. Get holiday savings now on Google Nest, exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only, limit 2 per customer, valid through December 15th. If you want a smarter home for the holidays, the Home Depot and Google Nest can help. Right now, save $100 on the Google Nest Learning Thermostat and Google Nest Hub when you buy them together. Adjust the thermostat from across the room at a holiday party. Get recipes from Google Hub. And right now, do it for less. Get holiday savings now on Google Nest, exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only, limit 2 per customer, valid through December 15th.
This year, don't just say happy holidays. Get a gift that says, I love every moment that led us here. With the incredible selection of Levion jewelry at Jared and more exclusive designs than any other store in the world, it's a perfect place to find a gift that says it all. Shop the Levion Fall in Love event from December 3rd to 12th for exclusive offers, including $100 off any Levion purchase, only at Jared.
Get a promo code or find a store near you at Jared.com. Exclusions apply. See store or Jared.com/Levion for complete details.
The beacon of common sense. AM 790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer. I'm live in studio with Cindy D. Reverb. And now Mindy Goldman has come in with her son. And, this is sort of the continuing story. So you better tune into the Karl Gerber with a K channel on YouTube. Excuse me, everybody, but it's the weekend and I'm sort of tired from gallivanting around on a completely unproductive scavenger hunt for that soldier's genital last week.
It was more like a game of hide and go seek. All those drawers.
Dr. D!
Dr. D, did you really clone the genitals that Remus Helms put in the sex robots? Wow, can I have your X on my iPhone 11?
Joshy, you're not supposed to know about those horrible robots.
Well, look, Mrs. Goldman, you've come here at an inappropriate time. This isn't a good time for Josh's development. We've got a whisper porn legend here, the most famous English-speaking landline phone sex operator, and the mother of the two of them. And yes, that mother did invent biologically created genitals.
Well, genital is such a broad word. I always thought of a genital as something capable of reproducing, whereas I had the pluses and minuses, so to speak, pretty well defined. Well, not like Remus Helms and his kind, but proportioned. I had not even started on the reproductive phase.
I guess I could just leave y'all here and do a concrete pour before it freezes and finish off the evening reading the daily appellate reports.
Mr. Gerber, I don't think it would be a good idea to leave Reverb here with all this recording equipment.
You're right. This is a general broadcast station with the FCC license.
I finally got to the next level.
Oh, you're playing Bat Ball's Hard Night Rises? A lot of the guys on the phone these days want me to pretend I'm the prize for level 10.
Oh, that's sick.
Joshy, she's not sick. She's Cindy D.
My mom has to graduate to level 2.
She plays bat balls?
No, she's gonna get kicked out of Overprotective Parents Anonymous if she doesn't do the all-night thing.
I prefer there not be any more sexual content on this show.
Mr. Gerber, the all-night thing is... can you believe this? I have to separate from both of my sons for a whole night. I can't be within 5 miles of them. I can't be tracking them on my phone. I can't text, call, email, or in any way watch over them, including a former Army captain I pay to keep tabs on them.
Yeah, I've been thinking, if that former Army captain, that is the former Sergeant Friday before he got promoted, if he found his genital, would he find a better security job and quit keeping tabs on your sons, Mindy, Mrs. Goldman, because you're supposed to be reforming?
Yeah, Mom. You've got to do the all-nighter tonight.
I'd have to say I'm in agreement.
Okay, Mr. Gerber. Do you have a place to keep me?
Me? I mean, why me? I rode a moped over here. I'm going back to a small shack I'm using while I build the Bakerfield office. It's going to be all the way to Red Kern County where they don't even have yoga classes.
Oh, Mr. Gerber, a cosplay Greek runner just arrived with a message from the cosplay ostrich ranch.
Just because I'm sponsoring this show, I don't feel obligated to read the message.
I'll read it. I studied a bit of Greek while I was doing my undergraduate work at Johns Hopkins. Cindy, that's before I met your dad. That's funny. The message doesn't say anything. Mr. Gerber, shouldn't we be getting to that hen house underneath the Redondo Beach Pier?
Oh, yeah, Mindy. We're on our way to a house of ill repute. This wouldn't be a good night to hang out with us.
Mom, you've got to part ways by 7:30. Gerald's outside, and he's gonna drive me home.
That's not a good idea. He just started driving.
Mom, he's had a license for 3 years.
That terrible Giselle might be in the car. She's probably wearing something low cut. You shouldn't see that, Joshy.
She's wearing a turtleneck sweater. I can see your son's FaceTime, Mrs. Goldman.
Well, then she's a sweater girl, just like Judy Garland.
Oh, Mrs. Goldman, perhaps you can call that friend of yours, Lisa, and the two of you can hang out tonight. I have business with Cindy D over at a house of ill repute.
Lisa, Mr. Gerber, doesn't want to take me in. She says she's gonna go to a brothel with Cindy D. Cindy D is related to you?
Our mothers are, can I diagram it? Hey, Mindy, I wish we could get together tonight, watch the Kardashians, and make fun of everybody we know. I really do, Mindy. But that guy who's working for you, the soldier, he's going to teach me that butt maneuver.
No fair! You've got him tonight just because he's not supposed to spy on my babies.
Mindy, they aren't babies anymore. Josh is 15. Can you believe that? Did you know Maddie has a date tonight with a man with a job?
Now, Lisa, this is exactly why you need to be more attentive. Your daughter shouldn't be dating an adult.
He's not an adult, but he has a job.
A job? Are you serious? Who has a job? I forgot you sell real estate.
I don't know about this boy. He's working for the mayor after school.
Nothing good's gonna come of him. He's going to high school and working.
Excuse me, Mindy, but I was under the impression that you worked at tested toilet plungers and weird-shaped pasta when you were in high school.
That was like 100 years ago. Nobody does that anymore.
Reverb, I beg to differ. I've heard there are 500 employees over at Tested Toilet Plungers and Weird-Shaped Pastas. Mindy, I don't know if you'll let the soldier off again. I've just got to learn that butt maneuver. If I am all alone in an open house and a man tries something on me, I've got to be able to defend myself.
Oh, I mean, Lisa, that's a very dangerous maneuver. It's been known to knock people unconscious. I don't think the soldier should be teaching that maneuver.
Mr. Gerber, it literally saved my life when that noob woman was gonna crutch me.
Mr. Gerber, I've been thinking we could bring Mindy with us to the cat house. If it's the kind of place Myron Alfombra pronounced Madding but spelled M&M would hold a genital hostage, we need all the butt we can get. Indeed. Cindy has but a size 2, but it wouldn't do any good if you get into a situation involving, say, behind-to-behind combat.
Oh, I've never been in that situation, and I don't think I intend to be.
But I have. I think Mindy's butt would serve all of you well.
What am I getting myself into?
A rather back-ended door situation, I'd imagine. You can't just walk into a brothel run by the evil Axis and ask for the soldier's genital back.
Well, I certainly didn't think it would be that easy.
Are we gonna do this right now? I don't know if I'm ready to go to the back door of a brothel run by the evil Axis and ask for a man's genital back.
I don't suspect you'll be doing it by yourself, Mindy. We'll have to formulate a plan. Perhaps we should involve somebody with military experience.
The soldier!
No!
The soldier! The soldier! The soldier! The soldier!
I am sorry, but he has a date with me. I am not going to be the last woman in Encino to learn how to use my butt.
I tried Molly Machete, but she gave a very narrow window that wouldn't fit.
There is one other person we know.
Chapstick parked the party bus in the parking lot now that KLOS isn't sharing the parking lot anymore. And I saw this radio transmitter starting to fall over. It's a good thing I had my welding equipment in the back of the party bus.
Star Bright's Army.
She's not exactly the type of military intelligence I'd like to bring into a hostile situation. This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. Events are unfolding rapidly with more and more strange people. Star Bright has just shown up. But if you have or you want a bright lawyer, I really am a real workplace lawyer, and I'd like to be called during normal business hours about a real employment case at 877-525-0700. Maybe you want to get even with your employer because they're not paying you. 877-525-0700. Maybe you want to start a class action against your employer because they're not paying anyone at the factory or the commune appropriately, including peace rages. So I'm at 877-525-0700. They're normal business hours. This is a continuing show. Catch up on the Karl Gerber with the K channel. Don't be left out. Everyone's listening these days. It's a sensation. Talk Radio 790 KABC.
Expose the facts, although it fills me with disgust. Please excuse the filthy dark details and carnal lust.
AM790
KABC. Talk Radio 790 KABC News Update. I'm Steve Cumming. The Saudi trainee who carried out the attack on a Pensacola naval base showed videos of mass shootings at a dinner party the night before he carried out the shooting. Jeff McKay reports that's not the only thing he did that has investigators concerned.
The gunman and 3 other Saudi military trainees visited New York City recently, including several museums in Rockefeller Center, this according to a report in the New York Times. Investigators are looking into whether the trip was merely as a tourist during the Thanksgiving holiday week in New York, or whether the Saudi trainees met anyone in Manhattan or had other motives while they were there. 6 other Saudi nationals were detained for questioning near the scene of the shooting. Investigators want to know if those filming the incident were connected to the gunman. An intel group that monitors jihadist activity cited a Twitter account with a name matching the gunman that had posted a passage calling the United States, quote, a nation of evil. Jeff McKay, Washington.
KABC SoCal weather, a 70% chance of precipitation through Sunday night with lows tonight in the upper 50s, highs tomorrow in the lower to mid 60s. More news coming up in 30 minutes, continuing coverage at KABC.com. I'm Steve Cumming, Talk Radio 790 KABC News.
There is a chance your local Geico agent owns the same designer dog breed as you.
Wait, you own a Chihuahua too?
Half bulldog, half chihuahua, 100% lovable. Oh yeah.
So many wrinkles, such a tiny face.
But there's a better chance your local Geico agent could help you out with auto, homeowners, renters, or condo insurance. Motorcycle, boat, or RV insurance too. They'll work hard to provide sound advice and significant savings. You don't need a chic, wrinkle-faced pup to do that. Local Geico agents. Call or visit yours today.
This year, don't just say happy holidays. Get a gift that says, I love every moment that led us here. With the incredible selection of Levion jewelry at Jared and more exclusive designs than any other store in the world, it's a perfect place to find a gift that says it all. Shop the Levion Fall in Love event from December 3rd to 12th for exclusive offers, including $100 off any Levion purchase. Only at Jared.
Get a promo code or find a store near you at Jared.com. Exclusions apply. See store or Jared.com/Levion for complete details.
Well, look who's home. How was your day, hon?
Stressful, exhausting.
Lay down on me and we'll talk about it.
Oh, Purple Mattress, you know how to support me.
Hey, I'm just a mattress doing my job.
You're more than that. You're a Purple Mattress. Who cares about a bed with numbers when I have your Purple Grid to comfort my body's pressure points? And forget memory foam. Your non-toxic, hyper-elastic polymer minimizes heat, keeping me cool and comfortable the whole night through.
If you're happy, I'm happy. But you do have up to 100 days to return me for a full refund.
And give up the best night's sleep I've had since I learned to walk? No way. You're the only one I want to come home to. Purple Mattress.
You too can come home to a Purple Mattress by texting LOVE to 84888. And now for a limited time, receive a free Purple product with your order when you text LOVE to 84888. That's keyword LOVE to 84888.
Message and data rates may apply. Please do not text and drive. See purple.com for terms and conditions.
Real news. Straight talk. AM 790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer, and I've got a lot of weird women in the studio tonight. Star Bright just walked in on top of Mindy Goldman, Cindy D, her mother, and Reverb.
Do you mind if I leave the party bus in the parking lot? Chapstick's been singing those Queen songs in the bathroom for hours. I can't take it anymore.
Oh, Star Bright, we're about ready to infiltrate a brothel underneath the Redondo Beach Pier. We've got intelligence. The soldier's genital might be there.
Not in Iraq? Now that man escorted Chapstick to North Korea when there was going to be that reunification, and then we found Myron Alfumbra pronounced Madding but spelled Eminem, didn't really have the database of every single sanitary napkin use ever, and there wasn't reunification. That soldier protected my Chapstick's life on that awful road out of Pyongyang. He protected the database and Chapstick like they were his baby birds.
Yes, Chapstick is a good man, even if, he's a good man too, but so is a soldier, even if he's only got 1.5 centimeters now.
Oh, I'll do anything to help him, and I'll do anything to get Chapstick back to where he should be, managing the most important database in the world. Someday, maybe I'll even be an apartment manager again.
Well, if Starbright's the brightest star we've got, well, she's better than Starlight. I had to play her on episode 29 because she twinkled out after we resurrected her bestie, Junita Orchid Helms.
Oh, those were the days back in 1939, 1950, and 1959.
Did you really come over here on a moped, Mr. Gerber?
No, I've got the big van out back. I mean, we've got Mindy, Cindy D, Reverb, Dr. D, and Star Bright. I mean, we've still got 3 seats to spare in that van.
I really should call Geraldy. Maybe if he went over to the brothel, he'd see something he likes and he'd dump that girlfriend of his.
Mrs. Goldman, how long is it again you have to be without contact to your 2 sons?
Well, mathematically speaking, the probabilities every hour we're with her, the chance of a physical altercation will increase astronomically.
What about a verbal altercation?
I'm surprised there hasn't been one already.
All right, the oversized Nissan van made its way to the Redondo Beach Pier in a rather conspicuous fashion.
I don't see any brothels underneath this pier.
You would know what one looks like.
Dr. T, don't start something with Mindy. She knows how to use her butt.
I am not fooling around. I've been trained.
The girlfriend experience? Girlfriend experience. I'm not looking for the girlfriend experience.
Why's that weird girl talking to herself? She's getting some kind of a signal? So am I. The stars are lighting up.
Oh, stop talking to yourselves.
I thought Geraldy would have had enough of the girlfriend experience by now. Why is he so attached and only 19? They've been dating for over a year now. He shouldn't be so wrapped up in a girlfriend experience. I asked Remus Helms and he said a lot of men want the girlfriend experience. It's more money.
Girlfriend experience. The most expensive sex worker.
Reverb is picking something up.
If she picked up diseases over the internet, I don't want to be a part of those. I could call a taxi and be in Encino with my sons in an hour.
How long is she supposed to last?
She said she can't have any communication with her children until 7:30 in the morning. A whole 12 hours. 12 hours is a long time. Will we be back before the snails come out in the morning? I'm sure Miss Chapstick and the creaking noises on the party bus windows.
Shh, they're talking to me.
She's hearing voices? I can't believe I am hanging around an ASMR whisper porn legend who is hearing voices.
Me too.
And we're looking for a brothel underneath the pier?
She's located the brothel. Shut up, Mindy. She's having a conversation with somebody there.
It's very simple. A wave called a transverse wave, where each individual particle moves up and down to create a snake situation. More like an earthworm or a genital, male or female, if you will. Not one attached, wiggling its way along the ground. Then a vibration goes through matter in the form of a sound wave. The wiggling thing compresses and decompresses. That is called a longitudinal wave.
Oh, I think I'm getting this. Because we're by the ocean, there are lots of waves.
Reverb can hear things other people can't. That's how she knows how to recreate the human sexual experience with her voice.
That's why she met my sister, born a little later than me, when she was hanging with her bestie Anita Orchid Helms at the convention for people who got them supernatural sexual powers.
You know, this is fascinating, but I'd prefer to get on with the brothel opposed to staying underneath this pier, hearing a scientific explanation as sound and supernatural sexual powers.
Well, Mr. Gerber, would you consider it a disability an employer has to accommodate if somebody has supernatural sexual powers?
Well, would it affect their ability to do their job?
Have you heard of persistent sexual arousal syndrome? That's a PGAD for short.
the acronym doesn't match the words.
That's persistent genital arousal disorder. I've met tons of people who have that.
You have? Who do you hang around with?
I went to that convention too. Now that Chapstick and I live in the party bus, I figured, why not?
In my hypothetical, presume a woman orgasms 180 times a day. It takes 8 hours a day to reach those peaks. She works an 8-hour shift with only a half-hour meal break.
She better use her meal break wisely.
8 hours is 480 minutes. Divide 180 into that. She only needs, say, 2.67 minutes per orgasm. No, Mindy, she'd only be able to crank out 11.24 orgasms during her 30-minute meal break. And what if it was, how do you say, Mr. Gerber, interrupted?
Well, if the meal break was interrupted, they'd have to pay her 1 hour of her normal hourly wage. I mean, that's if she was non-exempt. If she was exempt.
Mr. Gerber, that's not the point. Unless she does all her orgasms when she's not sleeping. She could do some then, yes. How many?
Dr. D, can you solve this mathematical dilemma some other time? We're looking for a brothel.
Not just any brothel, one that is holding the soldier's genital hostage.
I was talking to this girl who knows a man, and the man told her he heard from his cousin who knew because he was a plumber. The soldier's genital was in the same place as those Iraqi missiles we never found. It's not in Redondo Beach. Or could it come in on a wave? Like surf its way in? Maybe.
Our options are to stay here until the surf comes in or find the brothel.
I thought we were keeping Mindy away from her children for 12 hours so she could go on to level 2 in her 12-step overprotective parents program. Remus Helms delivered a message, and we're supposed to have a lead on the soldier's genital. Have you all forgotten?
Gee, I mean, I thought it would be a blast to hang around Redondo Beach Pier in the winter looking for a cat house.
I thought you were broadcasting underneath the pier. Mr. Gerber, you want to have a good time? I used to be a 6-foot blonde in boots.
Well, what exactly are you now?
It's Angel, the child actor who was on a couple of episodes of Bewitched, and she didn't age gracefully.
I've got girls. Hey, mister, want to have a good time?
She's gross. Let's get out of here.
Well, so Angel, I mean, chick, I can't believe I just said that. Angel, can you show us where the girls are?
There's 6 of you, 5 women and you, Mr. Gerber. I think we can give you one more than reasonable accommodations.
She is gross. I think I might call Cemex for a ride home.
Do you have a regular house around here, Angel? We're in the mood for the party.
I thought the 3 young'ums wanted to get into the life.
Not me.
Darling, I wasn't referring to you.
Oh, just show us where the party is, Angel. And she did.
I always liked empty motel pools. This place sure is neat. We could put the monster in the pool and go skinny dipping.
This is a boarded up beach motel. Angel, are you supposed to be here?
I tell you, Gerber, I had to do something after I got fired from that job we talked about over on episode 59. You wouldn't take my case, and I got denied unemployment.
She doesn't have the voice for phone sex. I guess she had to make ends meet somehow.
But does she have the voice to be a madame?
It smells in here. Something's rotting.
That's not very nice. I know I ain't aging gracefully, but that's pretty low down.
Hey, if you got a real age discrimination lawsuit, call me at the office. Normal business hours, 877-525-0700. Any form of employment discrimination, I do, and I've done. 877-525-0700. Maybe you were fired because you have a disability. Not that orgasm disorder. That would be a weird case. 877-525-0700. This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. Nothing normal here. We'll be back in a minute for more of this.
Lost, filthy, dark tales and carnal lust. Dancing going on.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a results-oriented law firm whose goal is to get the client what they deserve. They've represented thousands of California employees who've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, subjected to employment discrimination, or were owed wages on an individualized or group basis, such as a class action. They have a high rate of success. There are few situations involving employment law that they have not confronted. At the forefront of employee rights, they're often the first employee law firm to confront a new legal issue. For an experienced employment lawyer, call 877-525-0700. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, read more about the firm at employeelawca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. Make your work problem theirs to solve.
This year, don't just say happy holidays. Get a gift that says, I love every moment that led us here. With the incredible selection of Levion jewelry at Jared and more exclusive designs than any other store in the world, it's a perfect place to find a gift that says it all. Shop the Levion Fall in Love event from December 3rd to 12th for exclusive offers, including $100 off any Levion purchase. Only at Jared.
Get a promo code or find a store near you at Jared.com. Exclusions apply. See store or Jared.com/Levion for complete details.
If you want a smarter home for the holidays, the Home Depot and Google Nest can help. Right now, save $100 on the Google Nest Learning Thermostat and Google Nest Hub when you buy them together. Adjust the thermostat from across the room at a holiday party. Get recipes from Google Hub. And right now, do it for less. Get holiday savings now on Google Nest, exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only, limit 2 per customer, valid through December 15th.
From ooh to aww. Whatever reaction you're looking for this holiday, spread more joy with holiday cards, calendars, and photo gifts from Vistaprint. And now you can get up to 50% off all holiday cards and calendars at Vistaprint.com. Discover cards in the latest trends or fill a calendar with your favorite photos. So make more merry at Vistaprint.com with up to 50% off all holiday cards and calendars. Plus great deals on photo gifts. Just enter code HOLIDAY50 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, code HOLIDAY50.
When you're diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, a million questions flood your mind.
How can this be happening?
Am I going to be able to work?
What's a subtype? What do I do now?
We know.
We went through it too. But once you start to understand your options,
you can partner with your doctor
and find ways to face MBC on your own terms. Visit findyourmbcvoice.com and learn how to speak up and have a more informed conversation with your doctor.
Some questions have answers.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com to find some of yours.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a consistent force in fighting for the rights of California employees. They've represented thousands of employees in cases in which they've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, discriminated against at work, or owed wages individually or as a group such as a class action. The Employment Lawyers Group has maintained a high win rate and a serious record before the California courts. Please call 877-525-0700 for an experienced work lawyer. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, research the firm at worklawyerca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. If you hire the Employment Lawyers Group, your legal problem becomes theirs to solve.
Your opinions are at home here. AM 790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KBC. You're listening to Karl Gerber, Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer, and this is the strangest radio show on any commercial radio station. It's a continuing saga. We're looking for a man's genital, and we got a lead from Remus Helms that it might be in a cat house under the Redondo Beach Pier.
It's more like a makeshift living room full of abandoned couches. I can feel the bedbugs hopping. Did I ever tell you, Cindy, when I was Vargine's age, I tried to clone a bedbug colony?
Were you spending a lot of time in bed? Mom, you were 8.
My girlfriend and I broke into the CDC. Where else was I supposed to get 50,000 bedbugs?
If you're looking for bed bugs, we've probably got 50,000 in here. A lot of the customers have those big-on square beards full of bed bugs.
She might not look very pretty, girls, but what she's saying is true.
Angel, I'm afraid this is where the party is. I mean, if this is where it is, It just won't do. I need to step outside and talk to my entourage.
Oh boy, this is exciting. I've always wanted to be a part of an entourage. The only thing I've ever done was the Muscular Dystrophy 2-Girl Show telethon with Delicious Divine.
Oh, look, it's not going to be easy to find the soldier's genital in this disgusting place.
But there's probably a dozen discarded ones in there. I feel like we'd have to pan through scores of genitals just to find what we're looking for.
Dr. D, can you run that by me again?
Sure, Mindy. It's like panning for gold over at Knott's Berry Farm. You ever done that?
Sure. I've done it for Joshy and Geraldie. I pan while they're playing on their electronic devices, and then if it's good, I let them help me put it in the bottle. That's pathetic.
We can't get into any more of these strange analogies. We're going to run out of time. We need a plan.
If we're going to infiltrate, we're going to have to sacrifice one of the girls. Reverb is the youngest.
Mom, just because you think I'm not really your daughter, of all the vertically challenged things.
No, Reverb. The only thing that is vertically challenged is the genital Myron Alfombra, pronounced matting, but spelled M&M, sewed onto the sergeant, Captain Friday.
Isn't there another way to infiltrate this brothel?
I am nominating Reverb for 2 reasons. One, she can make it happen without any actual two-body sexual contact. Second, she can disappear.
Have you ever seen me twinkle out?
I thought that was Starlight's talent.
Oh, I've got talent too. I don't go around showing off the metal dorsals I stand at reptile conventions, but I've got talent.
Are you sure we have to infiltrate?
We're not gonna get anywhere poking around on the outside. We've gotta dive right in, unprotected.
I don't like the sound of this.
Angel is coming outside.
I ain't getting any younger, or at least looking any younger. Have you made your decisions?
I'd like to give the whole W thing a try.
I do declare you don't happen to be the whisper porn legend Reverb, are you?
Oh, my men are running out of the hen house satisfied customers.
I don't know. She's bad for business. We just lost 7 customers and nothing even happened.
She moaned.
Great. Grandma Angel. I'd like to give it a try.
Starbright, she's 59.
She's a petite one. We could put her to task. But on the other hand, I don't know if the customers could tolerate her voice.
Well, what if she doesn't say anything and Reverb talks for her?
I got my miracle wrinkle cream to pay for. I can't be losing 7 customers just because she moans.
Could Starbright possibly work?
I don't see her as girlfriend material. Who wants a girlfriend with some light-up thing on her head? Actually, there might be an interest.
Oh, look, I don't condone any of this. Could you just give them some information about how this works so they can make their own decisions?
I am not doing it unless my lawyer is present.
Yeah, I know I'm the older sister, but I'm not sure. I was born earlier than Starlight.
Okay, you can all come in.
I think I'll stay outside.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I'll keep you girls company. We can talk about the future of chromosomal inequities.
Mr. Gerber, why don't you sit down? There's much to fill these recruits' ears.
If you don't mind, I'd like to jog in place. I'm missing my treadmill run tonight.
Suit yourself. If my feet weren't so swollen, maybe I'd be able to jog. Did you know one afternoon I was in Griffith Park jogging back in 1977? Somebody thought I was Lindsay Wagner?
I can't believe that. I really can't. I'm still jogging.
I can't. Oh, I will.
Hey, mister, go back into your room. Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 deal tonight. Yes, she's really reverb.
Angel, tell us what my clients might gain if they devote themselves to the life of prostitution, in which the madame will most likely see to it they're paid sub-minimum wage. And I seriously doubt level 10 on the treadmill, they will 12. I don't think they'll get any health benefits.
They could look like me in 10 years. Well, maybe 30. They better do something productive while they can.
I'm just going to stand for a minute away from those couches. No, I beg to differ. I seriously doubt they'll look like you in 80, 60 years, Angel.
Young women are bad at negotiations. I'm glad they brought their labor lawyer. What will they gain working here is worth its weight in blue mascara when a girl needs it. Being at the brothel, they'll get a better negotiations fast.
I suspect that you'd make that claim. I came prepared.
He's a very smart man. For him, it isn't going to be like when Remus Helms showed up at the Lucky 7 Tarzana to pay his gas bill, and he wasn't prepared. We all know what happened then.
But your sister's best friend got conceived.
Yeah, but she made Hanita die of boredom when she took that job over that X10415 cause, because Starlight pretended she knew how to make the candle Hanita makes that stimulates the sexual experience, and then Hanita got fired.
But Hanita never worked there. You were the one defrauding the company.
There's something else I want to know about these scripts. Why didn't the soldier just go to the VA for medical treatment if he was so opposed to health insurance?
That's a stupid question. Everybody knows it's you wait forever just to get an appointment. It can take months.
Yeah, Mom. You of all people should know that.
Dr. D, why are you in here?
Sooner or later, there was going to be physical violence if I had to hang around that Mindy woman any longer.
So, Dr. D, if your not biological daughter, Reverb, decides to sign on over here, she'll learn a lot about negotiating.
As I said before, I was grossly interrupted. I came prepared. Studies don't clearly show that young women are naturally bad at negotiations.
Yeah, I was reading in the Sanitary. It was an article about how most of the Carnegie Mellon Business School graduates wanted to, of course, get into the dynamic new field of sanitary napkin database management. Well, the study showed 57% of the guy Carnegie Mellon students decided to negotiate their pay. Only 7.6% of the women did. Maybe it's because they didn't want to lose the opportunity to be in the field of sanitary database management. You do know my husband, Chapstick, used to manage the world's largest database of every single use of every sanitary napkin. Well, only 7% of the women negotiated their pay.
Indeed, Starbright. All the men accomplished was a 7.6% higher salary. That is, the men who decided to negotiate.
I might be a dried up old applehead, but that proves my point.
There's more to this.
Can you hold out on that thought until next week?
I suspect this conversation in a bed-bug-ridden cat house operating out of a boarded-up seaside motel in Redondo Beach, run by a prematurely aging child star from the early 70s, will have to continue on to the next episode of the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyers Show. So during the week, I'm going to be back at the office. I don't really want to be hanging out in brothels. So if you want to call me about like a sexual harassment case, I actually know all the profiles of the harassers. That's how I'm able to script this. And I can be reached at 877-525-0700. I do specialize in women's rights. 877-525-0700 for someone who's done more pregnancy trials and arbitrations than probably anyone else in Los Angeles. 877-525-0700 if your situation involves a lot of unpaid wages, maybe even slave labor. I think we're going to be talking about slave labor on the next episode of this show. And I do suspect that a lot of these people are going to be joining us again on the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show on Talk Radio 790 KBC. Have a wonderful week of workplace abuse in the meantime.
From here they are, our own Melvin P. Thorpe singers. Texas has a whorehouse in it. I'll not let this scandal fade.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a results-oriented law firm whose goal is to get the client what they deserve. They've represented thousands of California employees who've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, subjected to employment discrimination, or were owed wages on an individualized or group basis, such as a class action. They have a high rate of success. There are few situations involving employment law that they have not confronted. At the forefront of employee rights, they're often the first employee law firm to confront a new legal issue. For an experienced employment lawyer, call 877-525-0700. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, read more about the firm at employeelawca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. Make your work problem theirs to solve.
This show furnished by Karl Gerber and Employment Lawyers Group.